Alright, we got us a game right now. It's gonna be game number 2 of Na'Vi versus Team Zenith in the Alienware Cup 2013. And man, what a first game. Na'Vi fighting like champs, but unfortunately it was not enough. I do see a disconnect coming out from Team Zenith. I do believe it's gonna be reconnected. Yep, reconnect already back into the game. So yeah, really, what a game number 1. Really, I do believe that the Darkseer was a real big problem with the surge and with the mobility, high mobility of Team Zenith. They were able to capitalize on every single mistake of Na'Vi. Generally, Na'Vi didn't play that bad. Really, they came back. They had a really nice team fight defending top lane Raxus. But nevertheless, overall, man, so efficient. Zenith so efficient, getting so much farm on the supports on every single hero. Alchemist just balling out of control as I'm gonna set up the volume of Dota to let you hear the picks and bans. Jumping into it right now, we do see a first ban off bad right out of Team Zenith. Natos Vincere banning out Visage, probably gonna follow up with a ban out. Yeah, well, okay. Actually, Nuke's Assassin gonna be banned out by Natos Vincere. I would have expected a Wisp ban. And Zenith is banning out the Darkseer, not wanting Na'Vi to have this hero. This really strong team fight hero. Maybe that's what Na'Vi needs. Maybe they need more team fight. Maybe they need a really nice aggressive lineup for early game. That's something that Na'Vi normally used to play against every single team. And you know what? I do believe Na'Vi needs this right now. They do need to play on an aggressive level. They cannot try to outfarm, to outplay a Chinese or an Asian team in general. With really with farm, with efficient movement, with map awareness and hero rotation, because that is definitely not what Natos Vincere is about. It's definitely not what you can do against a Chinese team who basically perfected that a long time ago. So yeah, we will see what they're going to decide to do in this game right here. Natos Vincere is going to go with the Wisp first pick, so that's going to leave Zenith wondering, well, what are we going to do against that? I'm really curious to see if Natos Vincere is going to pick something along the lines of a CK or Tiny. However, I do believe they're going to try to pick up the Alchemist if they can. Zenith probably thinking about Alchemist as well, since it has worked out so well for them, and it's a really nice hero for Trident as well, and really strong hero in general, carry wise. Now, Natos Vincere really, I do believe that if they pick up Wisp and if they do go aggressive, they really need to make it happen in the first 12 to 15 minutes, because they're not going to be able to tank to or to turtle it out over the first 30-40 minutes to come into a late game. I do believe that Wisp means in this case for Natos Vincere, okay, we're playing him aggressive. I mean, Chinese teams, when they pick Wisp, sometimes it means, well, okay, we just need him for safe relocates out of a possible gang to save our carry and to let our Wisp die. Suicide sort of, you know, that's suicide TP sort of thing. And I do believe that is what Chinese can do really well, but I don't think that Natos Vincere is going to be able to pull off to that degree. I'm going to be really, yeah, I'm going to be interested who's going to play Io, because I mean, earlier times, really, Funnick was the natural Wisp player. However, Kuroki, especially with that really nice profile pick right there, that might be a Wisp right there. Maybe Kuroki is playing nowadays the Wisp, and I do believe they have bootcamped already for a bit, and that means that they should have worked out who's going to play him, since Funnick really is the offlaner. He cannot support, or let's put it this way, he cannot rotate onto support position unless Na'Vi trained that as well, to have Kuroki play the offlane and sort of rotate around. I mean, that would be a really strong thing for Na'Vi, so that they're not going to be able to be read in the picks and bans already in the laning phase. And you know, if different people play different heroes, that means that once you see which hero is going to be played by whom, doesn't mean you know which lanes are gonna come out from Na'Vi. Enchantress and Alchemist are gonna be picked by Zenith, and Alchemist, once again, they're gonna roll with that farming beast. He's gonna have that Grievous Greed up. He's gonna basically farm for a free Hand of Midas. We will see if he's gonna go for a Battle Fury once again. I do believe that was partially because of the Treants in last game, and that Treant feed from Funnick was really, well, I wouldn't say bad, but that was really that was problematic for sure. We do see CK instantly banned after Puck is being picked for Natos Vincere. So we're gonna have us a Danny Puck right here. Now we will see how Navi's gonna be playing with one of their core mid heroes on their core mid player, basically saying this is almost the best possible pick for their team. It's gonna be Puck. Anyways, what else is here to say? I do believe CK is one of those deny picks, but you know, Wisp is playable with a lot of heroes. He's going to be, you know, you could even play him with something like a PA, with a Ricky, more or less, because they both have blinks behind it, and with the tether, it's going to proc the stun too. It's obviously not as powerful as the traditional CK Wisp combo, with the Reality Rift, with the Chaos Bolt, with the tether stun right afterwards or before that. But I do believe it still can work out with really a lot of different heroes. Which other hero could I think of? I mean, obviously Alchemist would be a really nice pickup for the Wisp. However, I've seen in programs already Wisp being worked in with a Weaver. Might be happening right here in this game. We'll see. Dragon Knight being banned out by Nathos Vincer. We do see Urza being banned out by Zenith. Well, that is a hero that would actually work with Wisp as well. I mean, it's almost... Well, it's small and thin and narrow path to walk along, because if you fail once or twice with Ursa and Wisp, you're out of the game, because Ursa, once, you know, he goes feet, he never goes back, basically. I mean, if you get ahead with Ursa, really, that's just a snowball hero right there. Nobody's able to really do something against the Ursa who just gets a quick blink dagger up, face boots up, and it's just gonna tether behind your back and, you know, just destroy you more or less with 2 or 3 hits. But don't forget we're playing against Asian here, so I don't even know if Ursa would really necessarily work out, because you really need perfect position to play to capitalize on that hero's strength. We do see Beastmaster being banned out by Nathos Vincer. Beastmaster is one of those heroes that Chinese do like to play a lot in mid lane, and in general is a pick in mid lane that is regarded as a good and a high tier pick currently in this meta game. I mean, the scouting value of the Beastmaster's Hawk, the pushing ability of the Inner Beast and the Wild Access, that's just a lot of stuff coming out of Beastmaster. And then don't forget about the Primal Roar. That Primal Roar just fucks up every single team fight, and being stunned up from such a huge range, especially with Aghanim's, not fun to play against. We do see Zenith picking up Sand King, and that is one thing I have noticed in the last couple of games, in the last couple of days and weeks. The Asian Zenith is picking up on Sand King so much. They really like this hero right now, with the buff of the last patch being mainly that his Sandstorm is going to last 1.5 seconds, as in Fade time. Like, once you go into Sandstorm and go out of it, you have 1.5 seconds to move away or move somewhere, because you're not going to show before that. And apparently that was enough to buff this hero, or to bring him back into the meta game, because he's being played by Cinderin from Mousesports a lot. He's being played by Puppy a lot. He's being played by so many teams, even in the Asian scene. Really a surprising goal. And we do see Weaver coming out of Wisp, so that is something I have seen already, as I said before, and it's a real, you know, it's a blast if it works out. It can be super annoying, because basically Weaver just goes into Sukuchi and EU relocates, and you think, okay, there's a solo relocate EU. Wow, misplay by Na'Vi. Let's just go him, and then suddenly you have a Weaver there, and maybe a Prophet if he's gonna get through the pick bands here for Na'Vi, and suddenly you're more or less screwed. And then there's a Puck with a Blink Dagger who's gonna be able to come really fast too. But no, we do see a deny pick from Zenith, so I thought Nature's Prophet would really make a nice lineup for Nathos Vincer in this game, but we do see Zenith picking them up, so they're gonna have an Enchantress who's possibly gonna be farming, or most likely gonna be farming woods. We do see Sand King as a support. Alchemist is probably gonna be the safe lane farmer, since they do have an Enchantress. I mean, Enchantress is one of those heroes, or is one of those wooders that is, you know, capable of playing an aggressive lane, aggressive wood, aggressive jungle, and aggressive tri-lane. And we do see Crystal Maiden coming out from Nathos Vincer. A lot of squishy heroes right now for Nathos Vincer. I'm not sure if that's going to backfire, because Sand King with that stun, I mean, Alchemist with that connocation stun, unstable connocation stun, is really a lot of damage coming out from there. And Nature's Prophet with his Nature's Wrath, I mean, that ultimate just, you know, blasts away a Crystal Maiden. And I mean, you do realize probably that in the last patch Crystal Maiden has been buffed a little bit, right? But here's the thing. Crystal Maiden has been buffed with her aura, and, you know, got more valuable in regards with her spells by that, and she has a lot of mana pool added for Weaver, who's in another lane, etc, etc. But one thing that dear Mr. Ice Rock did not fix is the biggest problem of Crystal Maiden, and I'm going to show you once we're in game. Man, that movement speed, it really blows ass. I mean, seriously, Crystal Maiden, you go in, you do something, and if your team needs to retreat, fuck that, you're going to die, because there's no way you can survive. There's absolute no way to survive that rego from opposing team, because you're just so slow. So slow, it's not even funny. But yeah, so that did not get fixed, so still sort of a pick that is hard to play, I guess. Really high skill curve for Crystal Maiden, because She needs to be able to position herself perfectly. One thing that does help her, however, is face boots. I do like that pickup on Crystal Maiden. We do see Kunkka and Tiny being banned out right here. Zenith obviously doesn't want a Tiny with a Wisp. I don't think they do realize that this Weaver is going to work out with Wisp as well, and that is sort of what Puppey is banking on. I guess they just want to make sure right now. I mean, obviously we can still see a safe lane carry being picked up and Weaver being played as an off lane, but I don't think that Na'Vi is going to be doing this. I do think that it's going to be an aggressive trend with Wisp and Weaver and with Crystal Maiden, because any hero that is out of position, Weaver is going to be there in no time. There's going to be the Frostbite who's just going to freeze that hero. Then there's the Crystal Nova from Crystal Maiden, and then there's the Tether Stun with a Sukuchi Weaver. That's basically a free kill anywhere. As long as you're not getting goat and you go somebody, you are getting the kill. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which obviously you do not want happening, right? Anyway, Kunkka being banned out by Nasus Windsor, as I already said. I think. Did I? Yeah, I did. Did I? No, I don't know. But whatever. I mean, Kunkka is one of those heroes that has a certain... Actually, I'm not quite sure if this is... I mean, maybe in mid lane he could be played for Team Zenith in this case. That's what we're missing, and I do suppose maybe they're afraid of the ghost ship and maybe of the torrent, as I do have some things falling off my desk. Anyway, I mean, torrent obviously with the Sand King burst strike setup before and with the Sprout is something that is quite annoying. Not quite sure if this is if that ban is justifiable, but Puppey will have. I mean, he had something in mind for sure. Storm is going to be the big pick, the mid lane pick for Team Zenith. Yeah, one of those heroes that is as mobile as Nature's Prophet, as a Puck. It's a really nice hero, but if Puck is going to rush Silent Stick, this Storm Spirit is going to have a hard time. However, Chinese do love to play that BKB first item on the Storm Spirit, and we do see Juggernaut coming out from Nasus Windsor. Now, one thing you do need to realize is that Juggernaut Blade Fury spin really, I mean, you would guess that the magic immunity means that you cannot tether to it, but however, tether does synergize with the Blade Fury. It's no problem to work it. Kurokai is going to be playing the Wisp, so that's very interesting, very nice to see that. And yeah, anyways, as I was saying, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Storm Spirit if there's going to be Blink Dagger. I mean, a fast silence up on the Puck. Then again, maybe not the item they have to go. Maybe Puck is going to go for a fast Threats and Blink Dagger. So yeah, I'm going to go through who's going to play who. Ice is going to be playing the offlane once again with an Nature's Prophet. Identical build. Pretty typical build, as well as last game Funny has been playing on Nature's Prophet. We do see XY on the Storm Spirit just getting that null talisman and getting a little bit of pool of regeneration. That means he's going to have a load of last hit power, and that means that they're, as we do see, maybe possible a fight gonna break out. There is a tether right there from Kuroki. They're not gonna get anybody, as it seems Ice is gonna be able to stun away, and that means that there's no first blood for Na'Vi. Too bad, because that would have been a nice pickup for Na'Vi, just securing him a really good head start. However, as I was saying, he's gonna be able to destroy mid lane. In terms of last hitting power, we will see what Puck has gone for. Puck has only gone for 1 Mantle of Intelligence. That means he's going to be sitting at slightly less last hit damage, which means that Puck might be able to outlast it. I mean, Storm is going to might be able to outlast it the Puck. We'll see. NWP, not sure what that actually stands for, to be honest. I think that's his legit name. Is going to be playing on the Alchemist once again, the hero he has been balling out of control in the last game. Ice is going to be playing the Sand King, and we have seen that XY is going to be mid Storm Spirit. We freed him in, possibly even the aggressive. Yeah, looks like she's going to rotate into the aggressive, into the Radiant Jungle, which means that there's going to be a lot of pressure being added towards Funny, because he's not. I don't think he knows that right now that Enchantress is going to be going there, and they're not going to be able to scout her out, since I don't think that these two supports are going to go really deep into the dire woods. If they do scout out, this Enchantress is not in the woods, they're obviously going to know, but otherwise it's going to be a hard time for Funny. There's going to be good farm for Enchantress. She's not going to be delayed. She'll be farming away, and in addition to that, she's going to be able to have a dust being flied out at some point. She's going to be able to get a nice gang with a Centaur stun, and at that point, that's when Funny needs to be aware of it, because he has only 440 last health, obviously, and that means he's really a squishy hero. And as you can see, he's opting for probably for Tranquil Boots, and then possibly Aquila behind that. But you know, Tranquil Boots just doesn't add anything to you. You're gonna get, yeah, I mean, disabled, and then you just are even slower. And if you're Sukuchi, is being blocked by a nice Centaur stun or by a net. There's nothing you can do against it. Time-lapse is only going to help you if you're level 6, so that's going to take a while. Puppey is going to be playing on the Crystal main. We do see Kurokai on that Wisp. Havos is going to be playing the Juggernaut. So Navi's famous, or infamous, I guess, tri-lane top with Juggernaut is going to be happening in this game. Then he's sitting at 5-3 right now in mid lane, whereas we do see that he's sort of leading because the denies are a little bit bigger. So you do see the rotation in from... Ooh, there's a net, and it's going to be a big problem for Funny. He's going to be netted, and this is going to be the first blood right there on Funny. Nice rotation from Ice. He rotated to bottom lane as well. I'm not sure if that was a smoke or if he just rotated by walking through another different direction, maybe through mid lane and Ancients. Really nice rotation right there from Freedom and from Ice. Are they gonna stop here? I mean, they have basically gotta know that there are no wards right now up for Na'Vi because they secured top lane, they blocked this camp, and I'm pretty sure that had been scouted out by NWP. And that means, I mean, this means that Denny needs to care. Denny can be ganked at any given point. And here's the gank right there. There's the smoking. What we just said, however, there's going to be a gank as well from Na'Vi, and a nice rotation by them. However, this ward is going to be gold worth. My god, they're going to see the rotation in from Na'Vi, and that means that Zenith is going to be fine. The Storm Spirit is going to be chilling, is going to be just laughing at that possible gank, and that means also that Freedom is not going to choose to go in right now, although they might be sniping that career. Is she going to rotate in? Are they in range? Yep, there comes the snipe, possible snipe. Will they be able to? Yep, Freedom right there. There's going to be no micro, as we do see that Dendy is fighting in mid lane, and that means the career is being killed by Zenith, and that is just worth so much right now. That means that Dendy's going to be having, it's going to have a hard time. He's going to have to secure the runes, and is going to have to care for these situations because he might be out of position right there, but Enchantress is not there anymore, so she's farming up again. As we do see some nice pulls going on from the Prophet right there, denying the wave. No. I mean, Enchantress, I guess, pulled that too. I'm actually not sure what that was. Who pulled whose creeps right here? I mean, obviously, you, as a Prophet, you do want to stand really nice and comfy in near of your tower. As I'm missing a kill on top lane. Sorry for that, guys. That was a classical first blood with a Wisp and with a Crystal main. Alchemist just getting out of the base tower range for a little bit too much and getting punished immediately, just having one last hit right there. So that is one thing that Na'Vi is working on really nicely. Gold wise, they're shutting down top lane completely. Yeah, however, Dire is still leading. I mean, basically because of the first blood gank, I do believe. Yeah, it's dipping in the other way right now. Experience wise, we're just seeing that that Na'Vi is getting a bit more out of it right now. The problem for them, however, is that they right now, tri-lane wise, they cannot farm this so easily. They're gonna try to stack this and farm. I mean, I don't know. Actually, they're just gonna farm this. That is really one problem of Na'Vi. They're not gonna be able to safe lane pull. And Enchantress, however, is going to be able to farm these creeps just with ease, and that's the same thing that Ice is doing. He's just standing there. He's going to leech off XP. Is he going to use this then? I hope not. Nope, just gonna last it, and that's the strength of Enchantress. You can do a jungle so easily. Funny is gonna try to scout out. Yep, he scouts it out right there. He knows where they are. That means that Dendy is fine in mid lane. He knows exactly where the team is. Well, however, he's not gonna have boots up for another while, and that means mid lane might be dipping back into Storm's direction. However, right now, Denny is playing the game of his life. Look at his last hits. He's sitting at 21-12. As we do see Storm only sitting 11-3. So this mid lane is definitely won right now by the Storm. There's the dust right there on Funny. Funny needs to get out right now. Is going to be able to run more. And Sukuchi is going to be up in 2 again. He's going to get out for sure out of this gang. That is something that was definitely needed for him. Not to go down on the lane. Going to get more XP and going to get more farm, hopefully. As we do see him sitting at 13-0, where we do see Prophet sitting 24-5. So, quote-unquote off-lane / tri-lane is won by Zenith on bottom lane. We do see that Na'Vi is trying to find a kill right there, and the TP out by Alchemist is happening in this case. And Alchemist not having the time of his life on that lane. You see it with the skill build, that's definitely not an Alchemist who's supposed to carry early. He's going to try to level up and to catch up gold-wise as soon as he is able to free farm, as we do see solo kill. Wow. So Denny actually misplaying more or less, or Storm just playing hugely, getting a really nice kill right there. And we do see the first tower dropping on top lane actually for Juggernaut for Na'Vi, as we do see a trade more or less coming out of out of Zenith right here. That kill mid lane, that did hurt Puck for sure. Now that means that Storm is staying 21-5 last hits right there, and he has caught up, he got a kill, and that means Danny's actually nice advantage on this lane is now over, and the Storm Spirit is mobile now. He's a regeneration. He's going to be spamming all over the map. It's going to try, maybe even try to make it go on top lane. Nah, doesn't look like it right now. So Navi's going to have some problems right now with this Puck dying right there. Not going to get Dagger up as fast as possible. Not going to be able to teamfight as well as they wanted to. And I mean, Ice and Freedom is the constant threat on bottom lane. And Storm Spirit killing Puck again. What the hell is happening here? Normally you barely see ever kills on mid lane solo versus solo, simply because you need the rotation of support heroes, and you know, normally you just ball prone everything, but right now we did see the kills and 2 kills in mid lane. I'm going to be aware of that in the next couple of seconds, the next couple of minutes for sure. Man, Puck now not having a good side at all. That is a huge problem right now for Na'Vi. He's probably kicking his ass right now too. He's like, oh god damn it, I was ahead of this guy and now I'm definitely back. So you do see Magic Wand coming out as well as Treads. Nice farm on Storm Spirit right now. We will see if he's going to go for the BKB. Kurokai and Puppy are going to try to rotate into mid lane right now. They're going to try to make it go on XY. However, they're going to need to be careful because there is Zenith right there. However, Storm Spirit might be going down. No! He's going to dodge. He's going to jump out of the Dream Coil right there, dodging it more or less, and that means that there's not going to be a kill. Puppy's going to rotate around, going to try to freeze this Storm Spirit up. Storm Spirit is going to have to possibly ball lightning out, and he's going to ball light out into Ice Ice. Ice Ice is there. The question is Na'Vi going to fight it? They need to fight this if they want to get something out of the rotation of Funnick. Yeah, Funnick is going in right there. There's the Sentry Rod. Funnick needs to care right there. Really nice kill on Ice Ice coming out of Dandy and the rest right here. Funnick is at really low HP, but he's going to be fine since they're chasing them and not the other way around. Freedom probably going to drop down to some more last hits of Kurokai and Weaver as well. So that is something that went into the direction of Na'Vi. Slight overextension by Zenith right here. Man. Close thing right there. They had to care because they were running right into Sentry Ward, but never mind. I mean, they were fine. They were fine. Ganking on mid lane right now. Ice Ice in some problems right now. There's going to be the fire. I'm saying no. Crystal Main definitely no fire. She has an Ice Blast, Ice Frost, whatever we want to call it. Frostbite, of course it is. They're getting the next kill right now on bottom lane, and that means that Io is getting some really nice experience. It's going to soon sit at level 6, and at that point, hell is going to break loose with the Juggernaut, with Funnick, and I'm pretty sure they're going to search for as much kills as they can. And this right now is a really nice comeback of Na'Vi. Na'Vi getting the lead in gold and in XP, and they're pressuring even more. Ice is out of position right there. There's the Dream Illusory Orb by Danny. Danny's going to go in, dropping the Dream Coil right there. That means Ice is going to go down. He's actually proccing it himself and just going to get banged down by Havos with the last hit, with a nice little nifty crit coming out of Havos. Kurokai is going to try to scout out a bit here, maybe ward. I don't actually know what he's doing here. He's going to rotate into mid lane. He's possibly could go down. Is he going to be able to tether out? He needs to tether right now. He's tethering out into Havos. And there's a nice silence right there. And Havos with his Omni Slash killing up Storm Spirit right there. Really nice bait, you could almost say, by Kurokai. Doing the right thing right there. Nice team reaction of Na'Vi. And that was definitely worth it, trading with for Storm Spirit. And man, Na'Vi looking strong right now. They're getting back into their shape. They have a game plan right now. They're playing aggressive. They have aggressive picks. And if they continue to do so, they're going to be fine. Because right now, Alchemist is having the problem that he hasn't been able to catch up so far. He has gotten a bottle as I'm missing a kill. Bottom lane, Weaver versus Prophet. Prophet overextending right there. Man, this guy has gotten a Midas and nothing else so far. So really, wow. Going good for Na'Vi in this game. Danny almost sitting at his dagger. That is something he is actually looking for sure. And once he will have that, that's going to be even more mobility for the Puck. Let's do a quick item check right here. As I said, NWP has really nothing. Has leveled up a little bit of Grievous Greed right now. Means that he's going to get some nice farm coming in. But it's still going to take a while till he's going to be able to catch up with everybody else on the field. When we're regarding the net worth right now, we do see Havos is sitting at a comfortable lead. Is getting his next item chipped in, and that is going to be Blades of Alacrity. He's going to go for the Yasha, possibly for the Diffusal Blade, and I do think Diffusal Blade is a nice item against Storm. Omni slashing that Storm, especially when he's silenced or when he's in a team fight with low mana. He's not going to get out. He's going to do jack shit basically, and even Sand King with his low mana pool is maybe not going to be able to get that epicenter off, etc., etc. Really nice item that is coming out of Havos right there. And Zenith is going to smoke up. It's going to try to exert some pressure to make their way back into the game just by smoke ganking right now. they will possibly find Puppy or Kurokai right here. However, Kurokai has the tether available and he might be able to tether out, but I think Puppy and Na'Vi, they do know that there's something up, and there we go. There's the go right there. Is Puppy going to blast out his spells right there? No, he's going to go down before anything happens. Kurokai dropping really low, so that is something that they did not were looking for in that way. They wanted to react towards that. However, Storm's dropping really low, not going to get killed by Weaver though, and the rest of Team Zenith is going to get out just fine right there, and that means that Alchemist has more time to farm up right now. Is sitting at 1,300 right now. We do see threats being purchased by Prophet just being a little bit more tanky, and that means that Weaver's not going to be able to harass the Prophet out into death or out of the lane that fast or that easily. Question is Funny going to go for the Lincoln Sphere? I do believe that's a nice pickup right here on the field, but that's going to be a price of lacking DPS, of lacking damage, and I do believe that they're not going to be able to farm too long to catch up, as I do almost miss the next kill on Alchemist right there. Nice rotation. Alchemist just got some farm, as we do see Ravos being in huge trouble here. He's going to Blade Fury out right now. He's not going to get out as it seems, because the healing ward is dropped already, and that means that we do see actually a tower going in the direction of Funix, so really nice rotation, or nice awareness of him just going for a tower kill right there, while Ravos is going to the opposite direction. Na'Vi seems to be working well together right now in this game. As we do look towards the graphs, Na'Vi still in a more or less comfortable slight advantage right now in mid game, or I guess early mid game. Alchemist still being shut down completely, and that's a really big thing for Na'Vi right now, because that means no tanky hero right there, no real survivability coming out of Zenith. I mean, the only thing they have is Enchantress here right now. Other than that, they do have pure clash power as in burst damage, but they're as fragile as Na'Vi is themselves, and Na'Vi still has a healing ward behind them. They have the advantage of more levels right now, more farm, and that means that they can take any given fight if they choose to do so. And I mean, obviously they have to really decide well, because if they throw this with 2 or 3 kills, this game could go in the complete opposite direction. Storm Spirit sitting not that far behind the puck right now. They're more or less even. We do see that Prophet is catching up to Juggernaut more or less, basically because he has his Midas. He's going to probably look for a sheep stick in this case. I do believe that Chinese value the Scythe way higher than Western teams do for some reason. I don't think we're going to see a Shadow Blade coming. Oh, maybe. Who's playing him? Let's see. Ice likes to semi-carry. Puppy here, in this case, is going to be focused out. He's going to die for sure. I know what you were doing, Puppy, but you were definitely out of freaking position, and we just heard the owning coming out of Zenith. That means they picked up a few consecutive kills, and to be precise, 5. That is not something that Na'Vi wants. But hey, they're still fine on farm. Funny has 1,200 in his bank. Is going to grab a TP right now to be able to go to top lane if needed. Ravos is sitting. Ooh, do we see his item flying out right now? Yeah, we do. And it's going to be a Yasha actually. So Yasha and Ravos just opting for that more movement speed, more attack speed, more damage, more hits between his Omnislash bounces, and possibly the Manta style right afterwards. Yeah, most likely. Well, maybe even casual Yasha into Diffusion Blade, we will see. Then he picked up his dagger already a few minutes ago, and he's going to try to make something happen with a double damage room right now. Is he going to find Ice? Yes, he is. Are they going to dive? And it's a big question. They need to be aware of that. There are possible TPs coming in at any point. Stone Spirit has picked up the invisibility rune, so that means he's going to rotate into mid lane. And they need to care right now. Na'Vi really probably should back in this case, because they're up for some real problem right there. Invis Storm Spirit is walking next to Kurokai now. Or is in reach of Kurokai. Are you gonna make it go? There was the next TP rotation? Nope. Oh man, this Storm wants to. He really wants to. He's sitting there right now and he really is itching. However, there we do see a relocate gang on bottom lane. Finally, the first relocate gang. And they opt to go out. Interesting choice. Radiant's another snipe by XY, and Funny now in problem right now. He needs to time that. Nope, not gonna be able to. Way too much stun lock right now in that moment, and Kuroki's gonna get out with his relocate, but movie. Okay. Oh yeah. So as you can see, Art is actually spectating right now. That relocate gang not working out well for Na'Vi. They decide to back off immediately, and instead of Wisp taking a fall in mid lane, they actually got a Radiant career. They got career sniped. They got a counter kill on themselves. Weaver dying. That is not good for Na'Vi. Obviously, as you can see the graph dripping down into the direction of Zenith, more or less evening out the advantage of Na'Vi they had previously in the last 5 minutes. Shadowblade is actually going to be the next item for Nature's Prophet, so he's really going to opt for that split pushing. Not going to be Scythe of Vyth as I thought it would be. Apparently nobody values that item build anymore. I don't know why, but I guess it's because of the farming potential in games, because of the split push potential. But yeah, Freedom gonna opt for Urn of Shadows soon. Has his arcane boots up, so he's gonna be sort of tanky. Has some nice mana pool, and gonna supply, for example, that Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is going for that Orchid, so he's gonna go aggressive. As you do see a relocate gang on bottom lane, and this NWP is gonna be a huge problem right now. He's gonna be Frostbite, he's gonna be Tether Stun. There is Funnick, they're just gonna last it. Nice freezing field by Puppey, but there's a counter go by XY. XY dropping really low, he's gonna get Kurokai, but he's gonna drop immediately. Man, nice kill, nice damage output of Na'Vi there in that case, and that was a kill. Nature's Prophet with that ultimate and with that right clicking of the treants, man, that did not go well for Na'Vi in that regard. I mean, still, I guess 2 supports for 2 carries slash semi carries is a nice trade. They definitely want that trade, but nevertheless, that last kill was definitely not necessary. Really nice play of Nature's Prophet, however, Micro with the treant. Got focused down, died, and yeah. Havos is still farming, looking for his next item most likely. You see Prophet TP going to his own woods. Possibly a push coming out of Na'Vi.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're trying to contest it, or are they? Glyph is gonna be popped. Fortification in place. Nope, just delaying it right there. Not going to be able to trade anything. Not going to be able to force anything, force a team fight or defend anything. That means more money in the direction of Havos. Funnick getting some more money as well. He's soon going to sit at his Lincoln Sphere. He needs a couple of more gold, approximately 1,700, 1,800 more gold for him. And then he's going to be sitting at his Lincoln Sphere. He's going to give him nice proc against the Storm Spirit, who's going to be grappling in. There we do see a nice silence from Denny being set up with his Waning Rift. However, he's going to get some huge damage right there. He's going to get out with his ultimate orb. Is Kuroki going to tether back? Yeah, he's going to tether back. Really nice play by Nav. And we do see that there's a rotation in from Havos, and that means that Zen is going to go out. However, killing Puck, that is definitely not what they wanted. That trade is definitely not going. As Ice TP'd back and picked up Kurokai. Now he's in huge problems. However, there's the Omni Slash of Havos. Havos getting a kill right there. He's not going to be able to Blade Fury out. He's not going to survive this as well. And now Puppey is in huge problem as well. He knows he's going to die. He's actually not going to die, as it looks like a huge impetus damage coming out right there. But he's going to back out. He's going to TP back, and that means that Storm Spirit is left alone. He has no mana, he has no life, and he's going to go down to Juggernaut. Juggernaut getting the kill, and we did see a double buyback as far as I'm concerned. Oh, single buyback. So overall, a nice fight for Na'Vi, I do believe. Getting more or less a little bit, slightly more out of it, I'd say. But nevertheless, man, that puck going down to just normal Boar Strike of SK. Really clutch play right there from the SK, realizing he can still kill that puck. And Benny playing a little bit too aggressive right there. But the initiation was really well done by Na'Vi, but they didn't have the follow-up to burst down that Storm immediately. I mean, that Waning Rift on Storm Spirit is basically exactly what you want. He's not going to be able to get out, but there needs to be a follow-up like an Omni Slash of Juggernaut, maybe just more disable from the Crystal Maiden, and that gives them the lockdown and the kill potential, which they didn't have in this particular gank before. Let's see how the graph actually is. Yeah, it's working well in the direction of Na'Vi. We do see that NWP is really having a poor life. That Alchemist is not greedy, is not really groveling along, as I'd like to say. He's getting his BKB up soon. That means he's going to be able to participate a little bit in team fights, but nevertheless he's nowhere where he was last game, and he's going to need another 20-25 minutes to really tank up to get some nice items. And we will see if Ice is gonna maybe even support him by doing that with a possible AC, as we do see that I think Ice just picked up a smoke, as you do see Storm's securing his haste room. Kurokai is close to his mechanism. That's really an item that makes this heal and this tether so much more effective. It's basically going to be 500 HP burst coming out of him instead of the 250. Same for the bottle. I mean, that's something he could pick up as well later on, or in the shadows. With that tether, the double heal, the double regeneration is just insane. And Kurokai, however, has his arcane boot, so really a farmed wisp. The question is, however, are they going to be able to set up some more relocate ganks? And that's something they definitely need. Simply because right now they do have that aggressive lineup, and they're not going to be able to go towards huge and late game. Simply because there is a Prophet on the field. There's the Alchemist. It's going to be, as we just see next initiation right there, silence on Denny. Denny might be going down, however, huge Omni Slash going in the direction of Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is going to drop. Denny's going to drop as well. Now it's basically no mid heroes right there. Puck is going to buy back. Ice is going to go down to the Blade Fury as well. Funnick is just rotating around, jumping around, Sukuchin around. It's going to actually hit on the Prophet I didn't see. Freedom now in big trouble as well. Nice Dream Call, and it looks like Na'Vi is coming back with this. Wow, nice team fight right there. Nice initiation. Then he did have to drop. For that. Unfortunately, it almost was enough to survive. He might be even looking maybe he just needs stats, maybe he just needs some tanky item, not even BKB. I'm not quite sure about that. Maybe Ultimate Orb into Sheepstick would be the right choice for him. But yeah, really nice rotation from everybody. And man, that silence. Huge. Storm going down to Chavos Omni Slash, and we do see the work of the Drum of Endurance and the Yasha right here. I mean, so much more attack speed, movement speed, that he's just able to slice or attack once more in, or more attacks in that Omni Slash. That's how the mechanics work. As we do see initiation on Chavos. Chavos gonna go down with the silence here for sure, gonna get blasted down. Then he now in huge problems, is in a bad position, is gonna get pulled down by the Nature's Wrath. Funny is going to try to haste out. Kurokai needs to tether away. Is he going to be able to tether? No, he's not going to be able to tether. And that means that Na'Vi overextended right there. Was there a buyback? I don't think there was a buyback. So that means that simply by respawning, Na'Vi got taken by surprise. And the good team fight they just had and the good really advantage they worked out for them, basically going to go get nullified right there, right now. And we might even see a possible Roche attempt here from Zenith. Zenith has a tree and obviously up, and they do have the BKB up for the Alchemist, who already used one charge right there. Ice is looking towards his Blink Dagger, almost has it. We do see Enchantress sitting at some more gold, 4 wards, that's all she has, with the Shadow Blade and Arcanes. I mean, that's definitely fine. Storm Spirit sitting at 900 gold right now, nothing in a chicken. Gonna try to get some more farm up. Might even go for a Sheepstick, we'll see what he's gonna opt for. But yeah, Navi totally overextended right there, and we do see Alchemist recovering more. That's 95 last hits. He's sitting at 7,600 net worth. It's not too bad considering the tough and rough start he had on top lane, where he basically had no farm at all. I really do like that, and it's not bad. Relocate gang on top lane is gonna fail in this case. We do see Manta up for Chavos. The question is, what next item is he gonna go? Is there gonna be a Vlad's up by supports, or does he have to buy it himself? 400 more gold for Ice for the Blink Dagger. And then he's gonna be just epicentering around, more or less, trying to get the kills. However, I mean, it's gonna be hard to get killed on Dandy and on Chavos unless they're silenced, I suppose. Otherwise, they do have nice escaping mechanisms. We do see Puppy actually opting for treads, making him more tanky, not as fast as with face boots. He has a Ghost Scepter picked up. He has almost 4 staff up. I mean, he's really farmed. That is a Crystal Maiden you like to play. Being so farmed, getting so many kills up, man. He's gonna be mighty fine. As we do see next go right now on NWP, he's gonna pop his BKB. We did see Storm grab Ball Lightning right out there immediately, just getting the heck out of it, and that means that Navi already dropped down 1 BKB charge off NWP, and that means they might be able to push right here, and they already got that 1-tiered 3 tower in the previous push, and that Rex might even be falling right now. They're just overcharged. Chavos attacking like a boss, and he's not actually going. Nice Manta against the silence of Storm Spirit, really nice item. I do like that. A lot, and now he should just right click on the Rex, but it's not doing so. Is there gonna be an overcharge? Kurokai, overcharge now! No overcharge. He's just gonna blast down Enchantress with the Omni Slash. That means that Storm Spirit is gonna be a bit more safer. Ice out of position right there. Not gonna be able to pull out any combination right there, and that might be possibly the first Rex for Navi in this tournament, as in the first Rex that possibly is going to lead into a nice game. And Puppy just wasting the time. Freezing Field. Nice play by Puppy right here. Oh my god. Nice turnaround. They're going to get the kill on Nature's Prophet, possibly on Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit is not going to get chased. However, they do pick up Ice as I see Saniting going down again as well. He did not use his epicenter. That's a huge deal right there. My god, Puppy, what the fuck? That was just great play by him, realizing he is probably gonna die anyways, and that's what the whole Team Zenith realized. And then he just pops his Ghost up there, and Team Zenith is like the natural thing to do. Okay, fuck the support, doesn't matter much, we're gonna pick her off with 1 right click in just a moment. But then he just turns in and just opts for the Freezing Field, doing some huge AoE damage, slowing everybody in their movement speed. And really, that fight, nice turnaround from Na'Vi, getting a huge deal out of it. Getting mid-racks, mid lane is down right now for Team Zenith. That means Na'Vi has one really huge freaking tanky lane right there. And adding pressure to Zenith, out-farming them a little bit, even if they're not more efficient in farming than Zenith is. But yeah, NWP still delayed. He still doesn't have the Shadow Blade up. God, this is gonna take a while for him to get back into the game. XY is gonna go towards that BKB. He realizes he really needs something against that disable, against that burst damage coming out of Na'Vi, and we'll see if that's gonna be enough, or if he can even pick it up on time. As you do see, that mechanism is up on Kurokai. He dropped. Pick anything up? Anything else? Nope. Then he's sitting at at a Ghost Scepter right now, so he's opting for the Blink Dagger into Ghost Scepter. Interesting choice right there. I would have expected him to go against the possible silence with maybe a BKB, or a Sheepstick maybe to counter. I don't know. He's opting for the Ghost Scepter. Interesting choice, obviously against the right click damage of Impetus, of Enchantress, of Alchemist. I mean, one thing we do not really take into account is that Freedom is going to be right clicking like hell with that level 2 Impetus. It's really a lot of DPS coming out of Enchantress, and you normally do not notice because she is a support. And NWP here possibly didn't even see Weaver. Kurokai is right here. He's just gonna go back. He dusted NWP. He's gonna be barely in the sight of the dust. He's gonna have to pop his BKB right now. There it is. Dandy is dropped, blinking in. They baited out the BKB. Just gonna Omni Slash on him. Are not gonna get him, as it looks like. Is there a rotation from Zenith? No, nobody's reacting. And he's gonna try to get out with that BKB and that Shadow Blade. However, enough damage output with the IO Wisps, with the IO Spirits in that last moment. And Ice is getting a top lane right there. So actually it was down already, so he's just gonna extra pressure with the pushing power of the Treants, of the Shadow Blade. So man, that Prophet, he needs a lot more farm to carry his team across the finish line for Team Zenith. Same with Storm Spirit, he really needs that BKB, and we do see Kavos doing the only right thing right now. Na'Vi going and pushing, and there needs to be the overcharge in just a second. Is Kurokai going to use it? That's a big question. We do not have a glyph fortification. I do believe, yep, there we go. There's the tether. Now he should overcharge. Is he going to overcharge? Yep, no. No, okay, no overcharge needed apparently. That's what Wisp was saying. Not quite sure why. That attack speed would really help them by a lot, and maybe they just thought that the glyph fortification is still up for Na'Vi. For Zenith, obviously. And it looks like they're gonna get an uncontested second Rax right there. Interesting choice of Zenith. Zenith realizing they cannot defend this right now. And there we do see initiation, and oh my god, misclick by that silence stick. Silence is going to be wasted on the creep. However, we do see Storm Spirit going down immediately after grabbing in a huge Omni Slash on the BKB target of Alchemist. Alchemist is going to go down for sure now in that case. And no, the healing ward is still up. Kavos is going to life leech a lot. XY has bought back. We do see that Kurokai is going to buy back as well. That was a 1-for-3 trade. Actually 1-for-4 trade. Not going to be able to def this lane. And man, that misclick with the Orchids. I don't know if you saw that. That was a huge deal. Silence stick dropped on a creep. My god, my goodness. I should say that was definitely one of the clash deciding factors right there. Holy crap. But yeah, nevertheless, we do see that Na'Vi content to finish this right there. They're just gonna go for GG, gonna go for the throne, and that's exactly what they have to do. They need to secure this. Daedalus is being picked up on Weaver. Kavos is almost sitting at his Aghanims. Actually, would have his Aghanims if this game is gonna get prolonged by a little bit, and looks like it's going to be. They're gonna go probably for the Aegis, I'd like to believe, securing their lead and stuff. Let's look at Puck. Ethereal Blade, my friend, what do you think? Still having that Ghost Scepter up 3,800 in his bank, roughly 4,000. We do see that Puppy has picked up his 4 Scepter. That is a really farmed freaking support. We do see Ghost Scepter on Wisp. He has 400 gold right now, has a smoke in his inventory, and looks like, yeah, it looks like Navi's not even going to go for a Roche right now. They're just going to try to make the next go right there, being smoked up, as you can see right here. Maybe a possible relocate gang. Puppy being blocked here by some creeps. Is maybe going to farm mid lane. Yep, dropping the Crystal Nova right there. Going to get another EXP point. It's going to be put right away into the level of, yeah, I do believe it was picked in or put into the level of the aura, the mana aura of CM. I actually don't know, Arcane Aura it's called. Okay. Oh yeah, no. Then he's gonna opt. He's actually gonna opt for the Mystic Staff. Nice choice by him. I'm gonna go for a cheap stick. However, I do believe that Ultimate Orb would just make him a little bit more tanky. I don't think he needs the last hit power necessarily, but maybe his intelligence pool is increased by so much that he feels really comfortable with it. Well, whatever. Who cares, actually? Man, 12,000 lead, EXP, and gold wise. Na'Vi looking really strong right here. Taking possibly Zenith up on their offer to go for a draw. Really, Zenith had not. I mean, their laning did not work out for them at all. That Alchemist is still super poor. He has no items at all except for Shadowblade and BKB, and that at minute 31 is not a whole lot. Even though he has 141 last hits, really huge amount of last hits going in the direction of Alchemist. But if you look at Juggernaut, he is definitely more farmed in this case. And we're possibly gonna see the next initiation here by Zenith. He's just gonna drop on Juggernaut with the stun. There is a BKB. There is the Massive Menace just purchased in this case, and a nice epicenter coming out of the SK, but it's not enough. Favos just popping his Manta style, has his healing ward up. Healing ward is still up, as it looks like Omnislash just bouncing around, and this is the GG right there. Nice team fight there, nice last stand by Zenith. But Na'Vi taking this game, and they must be really happy right now, because this game, that means that they're getting the first draw, getting the first point into their group stage, and tomorrow they're going to go with 2 more games, and they're going to try to take away some nicer position. I do not believe that they're going to be able to place first or second, which would put them, I do believe, into the semifinals directly. But nevertheless, they're going to be into a nice start now for tomorrow. They're going to have one last game of today's games, and that means that, yeah, we can look forward to nice games of Na'Vi coming out right here from them in the Alienware tournament. Zenith opting out with a draw right there. Yeah, that leaves us already at the end of this best of 2. This is a best of 2, as I just said.